Alright guys, so in this video we're checking out some Bluetooth wireless earbuds. And so for those of you that are audiophiles and are audio purists, I should skip this review completely because I'm not going to be doing any sort of scientific, comparison to the 50,000 other earbuds that are in this price category, around $30 to $40. There's a ton of them on Amazon. If you're looking for that, you're probably looking for a different kind of video. I'm not much of an audiophile, to be honest. I'm mainly showing this because this is a product made by this company called HGLTECH, which is actually HGLRC. They're just rebranding it for the sort of non-FPV products that they're getting into. And you can get this on Amazon, like the billions of other wireless earbuds that are out there. But mainly, I just thought it was interesting that a FPV company is getting into sort of consumer electronics type products, and I wasn't really going to show this unless I liked it, and it turns out I do like it, which is why I'm presenting this to you guys. I haven't done a review on wireless earbuds for a while. The last one I did was on these guys, these Panfrey wireless earbuds. I did this back in November 2019. I've actually been using these. I've been happy with them. They're pretty tiny, as you can see here. I'll show you a size comparison here in a second. These are a bit bigger, and there's a reason why that they're a bit bigger. You get some nice instructions in the manual. I'll show you some specs here in a second. You get USB-C charging cable. Of course, no power brick. You just use your cell phone power brick, and then you get different ear cups, or I guess for different ear sizes. Generally, you probably want to switch it out if it's too big or too small. The standard one here, but that standard one here fits me just fine. So, like all other wireless earbuds, you get a charging case. So there's a battery in here that charges the batteries inside each of the earbuds. And interestingly, the right one is on the left side, and the left one's on the right side. And you can see when you close this, the lights turn on, shows you the battery charge on the internal battery here, and then the little red lights here showing that it's charging the batteries on the individual earbuds. If you want to bring up the light without opening the case, you just press this button and it shows you the current charge in here. They're saying about, I think it was like 20 hours of battery life. Let me see what the specs say. So spec-wise, typical Bluetooth 5.0. It's got ENC noise reduction. I think a lot of other wireless earbuds use that. Different types of different kinds of talk time or playing time, depending on which you're using it for. If you're using it for phone calls or for playing music, it's going to vary a little bit here. And you can see here playing time, including the charging box, is saying up to about 12 hours. So yeah, I'm finding that the battery life on this one here is less than the other ones in this category that are advertised. So I haven't tested it against some of the other ones out there. Like I think some of the popular brands are like Anker, for example. They have a little bit more advertised battery life. Of course, I haven't tried those, so whether or not their advertised battery life actually is real or not is, it's always going to be a little bit less. I think they always advertise the sort of the maximum battery life under the best conditions. And so same here. I would say for playtime, roughly 5 hours before I had to charge the earbud. Just listening to music, you can get a little bit more for phone calls. And then obviously every time you put it in the case, you have to recharge. The batteries inside will recharge. And then I had to recharge this case after I charged up the earbuds about 2 or 3 times. So it's not a big deal, as long as you have a charger nearby around, you can definitely get through a whole day listening to music just from the batteries inside the case and on the earbuds themselves. So as I mentioned, I'm not much of an audiophile. I was pretty happy with these earbuds here. As you can see, they're pretty tiny, very light, but if you compare it to these from the new ones from HGLTECH, they're quite a bit larger. You can see these are both for the right ear. And they have this little extension here in the bottom. Now, in terms of weight, I don't really notice any difference in terms of the weight. They're pretty light. I don't really run or do sports or anything like that. This has IPX6 waterproof rating, so it should be fine for sweat and stuff. No problems. Now, the reason I like these, I wanted to show you these, is because they're louder and the audio quality is clearer than these pan-free wireless earbuds that I've been using for the last year and a half or so. These are about the same price category, like $30 to $50. Of course, prices change and like crazy. In terms of like what you can expect for audio quality, I think the more money you pay, probably you're going to get something a little better. So, if you're looking for the best audio quality, you probably want to look at, the name brand, the Samsung Galaxy Buds, or the Apple, I think what they're called, EarPods or AirPods or whatever. I think those are pushing $200 to $250 these days. Pretty expensive. And to me, like, I personally would never find it worth my time or money to get, maybe a 5% improvement in audio quality. So for some of you, that's a big deal. For me, it's not a big deal. Now, for these, they're smaller, these older ones here that I've been using, but not as loud. And I realize this only has one driver inside here. And then these new ones from HGLTECH have 2 graphene type drivers. So they have a mid and a low range driver and a high range driver in here. So basically for like basically you have a woofer and a tweeter. And the 2 drivers in combination make this a lot louder especially at lower volume settings. So if you don't like really loud earbuds, the lowest volume setting is actually pretty loud on this one. So if you are not liking super loud earbuds, then you probably aren't going to like these. You might want to go for something else that only has 1 driver instead of 2. Because even on the lowest setting, it's pretty loud. And when you go to the highest settings, you get a little bit of distortion on the low end, but it's not bad. And the high end is still pretty clear. So, if you like really loud music and clear music, these aren't bad. And I think 2 graphene drivers in here make a difference. Now, like a lot of earbuds, they have touch sensitivity on the outside of the earbuds. So pretty typical answer call, tap, next track, you tap, short press, and then double tap to go to the next track. I think short pressing will pause and start your music. And then triple tapping will bring up the assistant, like your Google Assistant or Alexa, if you're depending what device you have. Pretty typical, basically the same as a lot of the others out there. But yeah, it's not bad for about, it's in the mid 30s, I think 30 something right now on Amazon. All I can tell you is my experience based on stuff that I've used before, which is not a lot, but I like the sound. Sounds clear, sounds loud. Obviously, it's very subjective, right? So, I think what a lot of people do with, things like this that are very subjective on Amazon is you can buy it and you can always return it if you don't like the way the sounds to you. If you don't like the quality of the sound, then you can always, send it back to Amazon. And this is, I think, returnable as well. That's about it for this one. Just wanted to show you because, interesting that FPV companies are branching out and, making consumer electronic devices. Hopefully we'll see more of this kind of stuff from HGLRC. Yeah. I'm kind of liking the fact that they're branching out into other types of products. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you guys in the next video.